Everybody, thank you so much for checking in with us. My name is Jessica Plumas for Hayward Studios, and today I want to talk to you guys about a film called Maleficent. It came out fairly recently. It came out in 2014 in the spring, and if I'm completely honest, I really wasn't running to the theater to go to see this. I wasn't too excited about it, even though, as I mentioned before, I'm a huge Disney movie fan. I was raised on Disney movies. I love them, and Disney movies just mean a lot for me personally. All that being said, I was really unhappy with certain live action fairy tale reboots that Disney had done, specifically thinking of Enchanted. I felt that that movie just really made fun of all the magic and wonder and was kind of sarcastic and kind of, seemed strange coming from Disney. I felt that everything they had worked so hard to create for viewers was kind of like made fun of when they made Enchanted. Maybe I'm the only one who took it that way. I'm sure a lot of people really love that movie, but for me personally, I really didn't, and I was worried that this movie was going to be kind of the same thing, just a fairy tale reboot that kind of makes fun of itself so that the adult audience kind of likes it. I don't know. But I was just thinking, hey, Angelina Jolie, love her. She's so cool. She's so awesome, and I'll just go check her out in some really cool costumes. Why not? What's it going to hurt? But I really didn't have any high hopes for this movie. And when I got to the theater, I was pleasantly surprised. It was wonderful. This movie is really, really incredible, and I think it's because it follows this really basic recipe. I think there's a really non-fail way that you can do a fairy tale or a kids movie, and I think that's if you tell a story through symbolism without sacrificing truth. Use all the whimsy and magic that you want, but don't sacrifice truth. Keep a real story in it, and you leave your nasty language and your raunchy scenes at the door. Tell an adult story. I think you got it. I think you've got it hit, and that's exactly what Maleficent was. This was a movie that no matter how old you were, everyone took something different out of the experience when they went to the theater. And there's no reason it shouldn't be like that. When you think about it, fairy tales are so beloved and are so relatable because they're not true. They're completely not true. They're just magic and whimsy. So we, the audience, are then projecting our own wishes and beliefs and prior knowledge and experience into that, fairy tale movie template. And in turn, we're kind of creating this mirror image, and we're seeing what we know. But we're being comforted because we're seeing what we know. We're kind of seeing the ways it can play out and what can happen. And that's exactly what it's supposed to be. And that's exactly what happened for me when I went to go see Maleficent. I know for a fact that all the sweet little girls who went to go see the movie took something completely different out of the experience that I took out of it. And I really want to talk about this really incredible, great scene in the movie. And it's when Maleficent, this is a spoiler in case you guys haven't seen the movie, there's a part where Maleficent loses her wings. In the beginning of the movie, she's this grand, powerful, but very innocent fairy. And as she grows up, her wings get bigger and bigger and bigger. They look these beautiful, gorgeous eagle wings. And she talks about how they're part of her and they're her strength. And she can always rely on them. She can always trust her wings. And she falls in love with someone and she trusts them. But in the middle of the night, her male, lover or companion cuts her wings off. He drugs her, puts her to sleep, and in the middle of the night, you don't see it, thank goodness, it's a kid's movie, but he saws her wings off. And he said that wasn't upsetting enough. There's the next scene, which is the scene where Maleficent wakes up in the morning and she realizes what happens, and she lets out this heartbreaking, gut-wrenching scream, and you just hear this woman breaking. You feel it, and I did. My eyes welled up. I just felt this she emotion, and she reaches for her back, and she feels, that they're gone, but at the same time she's in pain, so she's wincing and she's very, very upset, and she just keeps crying out, and eventually she just lays down on the ground defeated. And that was powerful. That was powerful, and I think that was a brilliant thing to put into a kids movie. Granted, I think some of the little girls who watched it were maybe scared, a little upset, but maybe they had faith that Sleeping Beauty was going to come and see the day. But as an adult woman, I'm seeing a woman drugged by a man and something was taken from her in the night. That was incredibly adult and incredibly serious for me to see. But at the same time, I appreciated that it was there. I mean, from that moment on, I was hooked. I was like, what's she going to do? How's she going to bounce back from this? How is she going to take revenge? And if she does take revenge, darn right, she should. You know what I mean? I was team bad guy from that point on. And that's really, really hard to do. So, props to the script and the great directing from that point on. That scene was so amazing. And then kind of going back to what I said before, where you kind of project your own prior knowledge and experience, I think we all can kind of relate to, having our wings cut from us, having that sense of security cut from us. When you are working a full-time job and you're living paycheck to paycheck, and all of a sudden your boss calls you in the office and says, hey, you know what, it's just not working out. but we got to get you out of here. You need to send you packing. That's your wings being cut. You know what I mean? When you try something for the first time, and you're really nervous about it, and you go and tell your bestie about it, and they laugh in your face, just completely laugh at you like you're stupid. Why would you do that? That's your wings being taken from you. You know, when you're doing really, really, really well at work, and you have family dinner on Sundays, and you're telling your parents all about it, and they're like, yeah, but why aren't you married yet? That's your wings being cut from you. I mean, I think there's so many different variables to that scenario, and I think there's so many different people who would relate to that scene and would think it's really extreme and really powerful. So, yeah, I loved the movie. I think it was great, and I think the ending is so beautiful. I don't want to say anything about the ending. I really, really want you to see it, but just know that as powerful as the wing cutting scene that I'm telling you about, the ending is equally powerful. There's a purity and an innocence and an undeniable truth at the end of this movie, which again I think just fits very, very well with the fairy tale template. And I think no matter how old you are, I don't if you're a male, female, you're into princesses, you're not, you're into villains, you're not, it doesn't matter. I think this is a very great movie, and I think Disney did a very, very good job. And I think they're kind of getting themselves back on the path. If they're going to continue, which looks like they are. We've got Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, and then most recently Mulan has been said that they're all going to be live action reboots. And I think if they keep on this track, and if they really create these very intricate adult stories, and are just very careful and really take their time with them and just really excel, I think it's going to be fantastic. I'm excited for everything that's to come, even though I really wasn't. So I definitely recommend this movie. Please see it. Take your kids, take your family, take your girlfriend, take your boyfriend, take your mom, take whoever. I think it's really great. And I think Angelina Jolie does an absolutely incredible job. So if you're an Angelina Jolie fan, like me, like you should be, you definitely got to check this movie out. So please be part of our film discussion after you guys watch it. Comment, talk to us, let us know what you guys thought of the movie. Thank you guys so much for letting me talk to you guys, and I'll talk to you guys really soon. Bye.